Hello, welcome back to 3 Design. Subcorporations include 3 Community, 3 Portfolio, Spyfilms, and the EM. Today, we are going to be using what we learned in Tutorial 1 to make a keychain. Let's get started. What you first want to do is click the rectangle function. You want to select the XZ plane, and you want to create a rectangle that is 20 millimeters by 40 millimeters. This is the ideal size for a simple keychain. Next, you want to click Finish Sketch. Head over to the 3D Model tab, click the Extrude button, and extrude it 10 millimeters. Next, go back to the Sketch tab, select the rectangle, and click on the top face. You want to start by making a 2 millimeter by 2 millimeter box in the bottom corner. Go to the opposite corner and do the same thing. Next, take one large rectangle, joining the 2 ends of the rectangles you just drew. We should have a box now, and on every side, it is 2 millimeters apart from the edge. Next, go to your Extrude button, click on the middle rectangle that we just drew. You want to change it so then it is extruding in 5 millimeters. Next, select your rectangle and go on the side of your box. You want to make a rectangle that is 10 millimeters by 10 millimeters. Go ahead and extrude that by another 10 millimeters. So you should have something that looks like this. Next, take a circle and click on the main face. Switch to a rectangle and go in the bottom corner of the box that we just drew. Insert the dimensions 5 by 5. Now we know where the center point is. And we are going to make a circle that has a 5 millimeter diameter. You can go ahead and extrude that. Make sure that you extrude it inwards so it creates a hole in the keychain. Now the fun part. Using the text function, click on the inside of your rectangle. A text function will come up and you can add your text. I'm going to be putting my name. If you are using the text function, it might turn your text sideways. So what you can do, you can use the rotate function, select your text, and select a center point. Then you can change it to 90 degrees. And then you can select your text and position it where you want it. Head over to the extrude feature again, and this time make it 2. We are going to extrude it inwards. However, if that does not work, it is perfectly fine to extrude it out. There. Now I have a keychain that has my name on it. In this box here, you can really do anything that you would like as long as it is within your printer's limits. I suggest that if you are new to this kind of designing, that you use these tools and try and figure out cool designs that you can make. And I encourage you to send them in to us. So next, what we are going to do is take a look at the plane design for the next couple of tutorials. So my plans for this have changed. Instead of doing a step-by-step tutorial on it, we are going to simply design it off camera, and then we are going to go through the steps that we took to create it. So on the screen right now is the bottom portion of the body for the plane. In the next file, we have the top half of the body. And in the next one, we have the front portion. So the reason we are splitting these up is so that when we print it, it prints on a flat surface. If we were to print all of the parts together, it would add support material underneath, and it would be a pain to remove. On the top half of the body, we will get some support material underneath here, because this part right here at the back of the plane is not being supported by anything. So the printer will have to add material to have a surface to print the material on. And this part right here is the front part, and this will be glued onto this circular part at the front here. As you can see, we have a very simple design for what we want our plane to look like. So the steps that I took to do this, originally we started out with a sketch. Then what we did, we revolved the sketch. We revolved it even more. Then what we did, we took this part right here and extruded it out. And this means that we were able to use a loft feature to take the circular face and bring all the edges to this point right here. Then we added a small amount of detail. We extruded in a cockpit. We added a wing. We cropped the wing. And then we took out the bottom portion here. At the front here, we had to add a box to act as a plane so we could use the mirror function and put an identical wing on the other side of our plane. Then I went over and made a copy of this file, and I extruded half of it off in each file. This means that I had two identical files that I was then able to split into two. And now, as you can see, we have this flat surface on the bottom, and that is ideal for printing. And as you can see, this top half, most of the steps we took are the same. And this is because I copied the file from one to another. Over here we have our turbine, and this will be glued on in front. And again, as you can see, there is minimal detail, and that is because we are only trying to get an idea of what our design will look like. When this is a finished design, I will send out a finished copy of the dimensions that I use and the steps on how to do it. However, it will not be in a video, and it will be on my website. That is all for tutorial 2. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure that you head over to the 3 community section and post your ideas, and make sure you send in your designs that you created. As well, go and become a user and a member so you have access to the 3 Portfolio website. Check out the different pages on our website for more information. Thank you.